I'm Michael. Hi, humans. I'm here to talk about ego lifting and my theories and benefits, and let's see if I can get these theories conferred into your brain in a linguistic way that you can understand upon your mind. But, hi, girlfriend. She's moving around. She's just laughing over there at me. But, okay, most people just look at ego lifting like, look at that, he ain't doing it, he ain't lifting the weight, there's no point, he's gonna hurt himself, I have no brain power. But, there's different ways to look at it. Just like weightlifters. Would you, like Olympic weightlifters, so on and so forth, would you say that because they are going whippy, snappy, trying to lift as much weight as possible as they can generate, that it is not beneficial? Oh, you didn't put time under tension. You're not building the muscle. You're going to hurt yourself. No, they do it for neural adaptation. So, why not do that with just about any exercise other than like really super high risk exercises, and at least do them like I do them in the beginning of my workout training sessions and stuff, and then I go for my more time under tension, muscular hypertrophy type movements and all this stuff, more bodybuilding wise. But at first, I am trying to get the most oomph I can and lift the most weight I can in a relatively good enough form to where I'm not going to snap myself, hopefully, that throwing me off. But
sorry, I'm making sure it's recorded for you.
It's all good. But yeah, so I don't snap myself up. But in the beginning, think about this. Neural adaptation and skill is benefited by ego lifting in a way, if you do it right, because you're lifting more than ever. You're telling your body to lift harder. You're lifting more than you are, like this. And it is making your bone structure stronger because it's putting it under more forces. It's making maybe tendons and ligaments, it's making them be able to handle more weight, everything. It is making you stronger in general if you are going through a good amount of range of motion, rep motion, whatever, a full, or even I'd say even sometimes a quarter range of motion with ego lifts is pretty good. Maybe even less, depending on what you're fully trying to get, Like, okay, say this. I'm doing a rack pull above the knee. Yeah, I'm moving 3 to 4 inches, but the amount of weight you can move that 3 to 4 inches is going to be so much more than you could do anything else. It is putting such stress upon your body and your bone structure and everything. Your body's going to adapt to keep up with that kind of stress. And then when you go down to your lighter weights, more muscular training, your less risky stuff, you're building that muscle, but you're also able to lift more. And that is the name of the game. Why would I train like these people that purely train, usually lighter weights and slow contraction, all this stuff? Because I want to be stronger than I look. I don't want to just look. I want the movement. I want the athleticism. I want the power. I want the bone density. I don't want to just be fluff and stuff. Look at how much I don't lift. But, that's just not me. So that's why I'll always be stronger than I look, no matter how I look. And, ego lifting is also, of course, driven by here and here. And I think at some point you don't even really need to call it ego lifting if there's a method to the madness. It's just, it's just frowned upon, because a lot of people do it. Special needs, I understand it when you look at some of these guys and they're going, and they don't even know what they're doing, and they're not doing anything else to gain the muscle or whatever, any full range, anything. It's stupid. I get it. But yeah, I want to make my body move more weight. That is the whole name of the game in my book. So, and I'm pretty big for doing that at first. It was shape-wise. I can't get without cutting my head out. I could bodybuild and keep a good shape while also getting stronger and stronger and stronger and able to move better and better and better. Sprint faster, everything. So don't hinder yourself because of what your self-limiting doubts in any way or anyone's self-limiting doubts. Let the naysayers not say, whatever they say, they're not going to fucking fly to higher limits. They're not going to bust past their plateaus. They're going to be like, oh, you can't do that. And you know what that shows? It shows they can't and never will. Bye.